morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming out today on this beautiful spring morning that has no snow and no less than 0 temperatures and all those good things. So we appreciate your time, and we're always very sensitive to the time that you guys give us, so we want to make sure we stay on schedule for us. I'm Lynn Hudgins with Junior Achievement of the Bluegrass, and we want to go ahead and get started today. What I'd like to do is introduce our board chair, Mr. Greg Dixon. He is president of Smart USA Recycling, and Greg's been with us now for 2 years, has been an excellent leader for this organization. But Greg's got a few things to share with you. So Greg, would you come on up, please?
Well, good morning. It's great to be here with you this morning, and thank Lynn and the staff for all their hard work and everything they do at JA. It's a great organization, and they do a lot of good things. And I've got the great honor this morning to share with you something that we've got coming up in the future that's really going to be exciting here for Fayette County and the public school systems here in Central Kentucky. We have embarked upon a capital campaign where we're raising money, where we're going to be building a project here in Lexington in conjunction with Fayette County Schools called JA BizTown Finance Park. This will work specifically with 5th and 7th graders, and it is a very interactive program to where the kids will learn about it in their schoolrooms, and then they'll actually go and participate in events at this building that's being put together. So it's a phenomenal program. They do have one in Louisville that we've been to, and it's great when the kids are there. I mean, there's so much energy and so much excitement in the room. So we've got a short video we're going to show you, and hope you enjoy the rest of the morning.
Junior Achievement provides young people an opportunity to experience the business and finance world at a very early age. This introduction then opens the door to them to the future possibilities they may have as adults.
My name is Sabrina Campbell. I work at Hearn Elementary in Franklin County. I heard about BizTown from a parent that is in Shelby County, and I thought it sounded like such a great program that I wanted the kids in my school to be able to participate.
I am Levy Deckard, and I go to school at Hearn Elementary. BizTown taught me what a CPA is, and before it, I had no idea what a CPA was or what it did. I didn't even know a CPA existed. I learned about paying the bills, making the paychecks, and making people happy.
The kids are learning their financial literacy.
BizTown and Finance Park are wonderful opportunities for the children to experience in a setting that emulates what they will see as adults out in the real world, how things interact. What are the functions of business? What are the different kinds of business? What are the roles that each person has an opportunity to play as an adult in business and in a community? The unique aspect of Junior Achievement is that we go into the classroom and talk to the students in their setting, but explain the world that's out there in front of them as they continue their education.
Going to the different businesses and having to apply skills, future skills that they're going to need, and this just gives them a nice little example of what their future's going to hold.
Finance Park is an advanced opportunity to understand how money and budgets fit together with their adult life, and how to be responsible with money and budgets as adults.
It was about teaching us how to write checks and how to be citizens and all the jobs at JA BizTown and job interviews and how to have a good life as an adult when we grow up.
I feel that JA BizTown is a good program to be able to plant a seed for the kids to be able to think about what they can do in their future.
Coming to BizTown gave me some great ideas on what I wanted to do when I grow up.
Well, as you can see, it's something very unique, very exciting. We look forward to getting that here in Fayette County, hopefully within the next year and a half. There are some artist renderings that we have up here, and they'll be out front. So before you head out, make sure you take a chance to get a glimpse of what's coming in the future here in Fayette County. Thank you.
One of the nice things about this breakfast, while it's an opportunity for our businesses and teachers and students to get an opportunity to interact with each other, we also like to have one of our students who's presently going through our junior achievement program get up and tell you guys what he or she is learning through their experience. So today we have Katharine Wheeler with us. Katharine is a junior at Lafayette High School, and she's been involved right now in Junior Achievement's company program. So Katharine, if you could come up, please, and there you are. Come up and talk to the folks. Thank you.
My name is Katharine Wheeler. I'm a junior at Lafayette High School. I'm also a general manager of our school store, the General Store, under my amazing marketing teacher, Ms. Gatzos. I'm here today to tell you about how the Junior Achievement Program has helped my friends and I with learning about entrepreneurship, financial processes, and real-world businesses. I've been through 5 different JA programs over the past 7 years. When I was younger, I always looked forward to the days when the Junior Achievement volunteer would come in and teach a lesson. The lessons were always fun, hands-on activities that taught us all about business and how those concepts apply to everyday life. A break from the regular routine was refreshing, and the creative lessons were always my favorite part of the day. I can remember trying to answer just about every single question the volunteer would ask. They probably thought I was the most obnoxious child in the room. Then, a few years later, my freshman marketing class participated in another program. The class would always be excited when we walked into the room and the JA volunteer was setting up for that day's lesson. We learned so much about running a business and all that goes into the decisions made by everyday businesses. And yet again, I was the kid in the room that wanted to answer all the questions. Thanks to that program, my fellow students and I learned that business isn't as boring as we thought and can even be exciting and keep you on your toes. I'm currently participating in the JA company program with my school store. We are in our 2nd year of the store.
Total of 20 classes. And one of the things I love about Craig is, first off, Craig is a graduate of the Fayette County Schools. He actually went to school at Garden Springs Elementary and also Beaumont Middle. And that's where he volunteers. He likes to volunteer at those 2 schools. And to tell you how much Craig goes above and beyond to be a JA volunteer here in Lexington, he emailed me back during the fall semester, and he said, "Ron, I'm taking a new job, and I'm going to be moving to Virginia." Help me, Craig. Alexandria, Virginia. And I thought, oh, well, there goes somebody that I can always depend on for teaching 2 or 3 classes. But then in his email, he says, "But I'm going to work my JA teaching schedule around trips back to Lexington." So he actually flies back in to Lexington to teach JA at Garden Springs Elementary School, and he's getting ready to start 3 5th grades classes with us over there. So, you know, when I think about a volunteer that's willing to fly all the way back from Alexandria, Virginia to teach JA, that's pretty dedicated. And even his appearance here today, I didn't know until last Wednesday that he was chosen, and I called him and I said, "Hey, is there any way you can make it?" And he said, "Well, let me check with my boss and I'll see." He said, "I can usually work it around." And he actually made a special trip into town just so he could receive this award. So that's, he's to be congratulated for that. Read you a little bit. Craig was nominated by Anissa Scott. She's a teacher at Garden Springs Elementary, and I want to read what Miss Scott had to say about Craig. It says, "Mr. Browning goes out of his way to know each student individually. He never has a dull lesson. He makes sure the kids knows he is interested in their lives. Mr. Browning has gone above and beyond. When work has called him out of the state, he has arranged his schedule to come back and teach JA the weeks he agreed to. And he continues to be a valuable part of our school and community. Mr. Browning has also continued to invest in the lives of many students as they have continued on through high school. He is a wonderful role model to our community and an outstanding JA teacher. He always reaches out to the students that need the extra time and consideration. He is an active part of our school community. He attends school functions and helps with our field day, often carrying buckets full of water up the hill." I'm not sure what that water's for, Craig. Says he attends fundraising events and makes a point to be visible and active. He is so much more than a JA volunteer. He is a part of the Garden Springs family. So, Craig, if you and Miss Scott will come forward, I'd like to present you with this award. Okay. Now, we also have a couple of special awards, and tell you a little bit about this. This same committee that elected, or that chose our Teacher and Volunteer of the Year this year, actually last year, we started looking at how we can honor our volunteers that kind of go over and above and beyond. And we decided that any volunteer that would teach 50 JA classes would get a special award. And then any volunteer that would teach 100 classes would get a special award. And then if they taught 200, they'd get a special award. And if they taught 300, they'd get a special award. Well, we actually have someone in the room that has taught 265 junior achievement classes. That's a lot of time in the classroom, people, a lot of time. Our records only go back 18 years, and he's taught every year of those 18 years, and he tells me that he actually started teaching JE before that, but unfortunately, I can't prove it because I don't have the actual information. But once this committee decided this, I started looking at our volunteers, and I realized this individual, at that time, had actually already taught about 240 classes. And then, as luck would have it, I wanted to present the award to him at the last breakfast, and he was so busy, I don't know what he was doing. He couldn't be here that morning, and so then I finally got back with him this year, and I said, "Do you think you can make the breakfast?" And he said, "Well, if my schedule clears, I don't have anything at work, I will." So he made it. Chuck Seaman has now taught a total of 265 classes. He's actually teaching 27 junior achievement classes this school year alone. And you can imagine that. That's 27 times 5 visits for each classroom. So if my math is right, that's 135 visits that he makes in the classroom. When I calculated how many he had taught prior to this year, he has actually taught over 5,200 students, and when I add the 27 this year, that probably takes him up to around 5,700 students in his time as a JA volunteer. We wanted to recognize him as an office last year and didn't get a chance to. And then, as luck would have it, JA USA started presenting some special awards called the JA Gold Award, Gold Volunteer Award, for people who have done extra things, and I nominated Craig for that this past fall, and JA USA just recently recognized him as that, and he was the only true volunteer that received this award. I think there were about 12 people that were honored, and he's the only classroom volunteer that actually received this award from JA USA. So Craig, Chuck, if you would come forward, Chuck Seaman would come forward. I have 2 awards for you, one from us and one from JA USA. This is our Gold Award of Excellence that we present here in our office. Okay.
One more, guys. And get right back. There it is. Here we go. One more, guys. One more. Got one?
And then JUSA is presenting with this huge award, the Leadership Award, for all the work he's done. So you're going to have a strong table to hold that in a good place. You're going to have a big nail in the wall to hold that. So, yeah. So congratulations on this one, too.
One more.
Thank you, Chuck.
All right.
And I jokingly tell Chuck every time I talk to him, and one of the things I love about him, he takes all my work out of the way because he personally contacts all of the teachers that he's going to teach for, and then he just simply emails me and he says, "Ron, I'm going to be teaching these 3 third grade classes over here at this school and these 4 fourth grade classes over here." So he makes my work easy. All I have to do is enter the classes and then order the kits for him and everything. So I'm going to talk to UK, the medical center at UK, and look into cloning. And if I can figure out a way to clone him, we're going to clone him and get him, that way I'll have 2 or 3 of him walking around. So thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it.
Okay, now we've come to our part of the morning. Normally, we have something we give the actual business partners. This year, we're doing something a little bit different. Our friend Kelly Johns has created this little apple that we're going to have our students hold, but what we're going to do is take pictures of our students and business partners that Bill's going to do. Then we'll get those made into a nice 8 by 10 or whatever size, and then we will bring them, hand deliver them to the businesses and things. So today I won't have anything actual for the businesses, but we'll get those pictures done. And we just thought it'd be something different and something kind of a nice memento from this morning. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start. We'll just start down here at the with Home Builders Association. Laura, and there's some people here from Southside Technical School. Okay. Yeah, go. Bill will direct you where to go. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, while they're doing that, I'll go ahead and call the next folks. That way we can kind of keep everything on track. Our next one is our, each year our JA Board of Directors, we've got about 25 men and women, and I was remiss, we've got some of our board in the room, and if they could stand right now and be recognized for all the work that you all do for junior achievement. And go ahead and remain standing. Come on up, because I want the kids from Tates Creek Elementary and Tates Creek Middle School, kids and teachers, to come on up and get your all's picture taken. Our board each year, they adopt 2 schools monetarily, so I want to recognize them. Yeah, we. Are there any kids from Dixie Elementary here? Okay. I do want to recognize Nyla Wells is here from Toyota. Nyla, if you want to raise your hand. Toyota has been a Adopt-a-School partner with us for a number of years. They don't have a designated school because basically they help the Scott County school system, but I did want to recognize them. I think we have some kids here from Southern Middle School. If we do, if they could come up. Are there some kids here from Southern? Okay. If you'd come on up. In American Founders Bank, we've got a gentleman here from American Founders Bank too. If you all could come on up, please. Yes, please. To students and teachers, thank you. And then after that, we've got Edith J. Hayes. I believe those kids are here. Ball Holmes was not able to meet us, but if Edith J. Hayes could come on up and they could get their picture taken after them. I do want to recognize, I know we've got Steve Kelly here with Central Bank and Trust, and I don't believe the people were able to get here from Dunbar. But Steve, we appreciate everything you do, and yeah, if you'd like to. And then next on our list is Community Trust Bank. I know we've got a representative, Tammy, with Community Trust Bank, and they actually partner with a school in Richmond, Glenn Marshall School, and they have a tough time getting here each year, but I did want to recognize Tammy and everything that Community Trust Bank does as well. I know we've got kids here and teachers from Jesse Clark Middle School. If they could come on up, please, Kevin, if y'all could come on up. The gentleman was not able to be here from Crow-Horwath. I don't think we have anybody from Crow-Horwath, but I'd like to go ahead and get a picture of these folks. And then Brian with Davis H. Elliott. Do we have some people here from Dixie? Not Dixie. 8th and Charlesburg as well? Great. If you all would come on up, please. And next on our list is Lafayette High School. We have Ms. Gatsos and, of course, our speaker, Katharine. The Blood Center was not able to be here, but I'd still like to go ahead and get a picture of you all if I could.
One more time. There we are. One more time.
Oh, gosh, okay.
Gotcha.
Here, you guys, yeah, go on. If you guys, when y'all are walking up, y'all kind of, we've got Channel 13 here, so if y'all make sure you just walk around there when you're coming up. Next we have, Ann McBrayer was not, or Ann Bacus was not able to join us this morning, but I know we have some people here from Garden Springs Elementary. So,
We'll wait for you. Okay. She said you're okay. Gotcha. Next. Thanks. Come up this way.
okay, Sherry, next on the list after Garden Springs Elementary, we've got Lexmark and Winburn Middle School. And the folks from Winburn, unfortunately, were not able to join us this morning.
Okay, gang. And one more because this is fun.
Okay, following Lexmark, did you want to get a picture, Sherry, or? What we'll do is, if the schools are not here, we'll go to the school and get a picture of the school and then bring to the business partners. So I'll leave that up to you. Okay. Same thing, I think LG&E KU, I don't believe, unless I'm mistaken, I don't know if anybody here is from Liberty Elementary or not. No? Okay. Okay. So they're also one of our financial literacy partners, so Ed, I'll have you all come up with those folks. And then Stall Keenan, David, if you'll come up with the Veterans Park kids and teachers and things.
By yourself. Hi there, how are you? Thank y'all for following the crowd. Thank you guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. More than a place. Okay, okay, so thanks, here we go. And another one, let's get two more, because I'm having a good time, one more time. Gotcha, thanks. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. Well done, well done, well done.
Okay, next, I know we've got a couple here, people here from Traditional Bank, and I know we got a teacher I work with from Leestown Middle School, and some of her kids. If you all could go ahead and come on up, and Ed, if you all, you want to, whatever. Is there anybody here from Beaumont Middle School? Oh, perfect.
All right, gang, and we'll go again. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks. Okay, next, I don't believe, I know Train was not able to join us, but we've got a couple of folks here from Beaumont Middle School, so I'd like to go ahead and have them come up and get a picture as well. Is anybody here from Clays Mill Elementary? I want to make sure I didn't leave anybody out. And then we've got financial literacy program partners, and what it is with those companies, they're helping us underwrite our financial literacy programs throughout the middle schools. So with that, we've got KULG&E, as well as PNC Bank and Kentucky Bank. So I know we've got folks here from PNC Bank and, of course, LG&E KU. And then what I'd like to do is any middle school students who are here, any middle school student and teachers, if you guys are here, come on back up front. Yeah. Hey, Kevin. And make sure you go over there, because you're fine. You're fine. That's right. Well, now we're doing any financial literacy teaching students as well as their partners. Okay, while those folks are lining up, I did want to mention, we got down here at the bottom of your program what we call curriculum partners. And those are foundations and companies who have, again, they've invested $5,000 or more to junior achievement, and it could be for entrepreneurship programs, it could be for programs in a particular county. So we've got some of those folks here. So while these folks are getting lined up, I wanted to recognize Bechtel Parsons Bluegrass. We've got Mark York with us here, who helps us in Richmond, Kentucky. Of course, Fayette County Public Schools. I know Vince Maddox is here with Fayette County Public Schools. State Farm Insurance is here, and they've helped us through the Black Males Working Academy, and this year they're helping us do some things with the Summer Teen Employment Program. So Wallace Barber's here with State Farm, and the other ones you'll see there, Taco Bell, Thompson Charitable Foundation, Robert and Martha Trestle Family Foundation, and UPS. So without all of you guys together, we certainly couldn't do all the things that we're able to do. Before we leave today, and we are right on schedule, I do want to make sure that what I'd like to do is get one more picture after this one of every kid who's here, just the kid, and that's elementary and middle and high school, just the students. I'd like to get just a student picture if I could, please.
One more time. Wait a minute, and thank you.
Okay. Okay, Bill, we're going to do one more. Students, stay up here, if you would. Students, stay up here. All the rest of the elementary and high school students that weren't in this picture, you guys come on up, please. Yeah, let's just do it, because I figured we'll do that. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You pay attention, here we go.
Yeah.
You up on stage. You up on stage. Y'all come up here. There you go. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Somebody else. You three right here, come with me. Right here. One there. Whoop, whoop, whoops. That's good, that's good. No, right here, right here. Here. Come with me, come with me, come with me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right. That's good.
And we can make this shot available to you guys as well, so. Okay. There we go.
Right, everybody right here now. Lynn, you're in it.
Oh, God. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in it.
Lynn, you're still in it.
I'm still in it?
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Right here. Do it again. Do it one more time. And escape.
Wait. Take one. Everybody make a funny face. Take it.
1, 2, 3. This up. Come on.
Okay, I think we got everybody. Hopefully, if I missed you, raise your hand. If I missed anybody, raise your hand, please. Okay, our program, that's the conclusion of our program for this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. One quick reminder, please take your name tags off and leave them with Aaron at the front desk when you leave. So if you have any questions about JA BizTown, JA Finance Park, see me, see David, see Greg Dixon, any of our board of directors, and we'll be happy to fill you in on the details of that. And thank you all again for coming this morning.